Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to showcase Pega 8.4 integration with MongoDB version 4.4. So to start with, this integration involves three major steps. The first step is to, if you are doing a POC, first step is to install MongoDB in your local machine. So to install MongoDB, you can directly go to mongodb.com, the site. And go to uh, run MongoDB Community Edition as a Windows Service page. So you can just Google it and find it. And second step involves importing of import and installing of jar MongoDB Java driver, which you can download it from Google directly, and I'll show you the version of which version and yeah. And the third step involves Pega, writing couple of functions and activities to connect to MongoDB. Okay, so to start with, first step. So this is the page where it pretty much it has everything. How to start with installation of MongoDB. So you go here, install MongoDB Community Edition. So you can go to MongoDB Download Center to first download the 4.4.6 current version. This is the latest version. um, so you can download MSI installer file and start installing it, and you, as usual, like you click next, and yeah, you follow these steps. um, as I have already done with the POC, I already installed MongoDB in my local machine. I'm not going to show it, but these are the steps that pretty much I followed. Give the path and everything, and you install it as a Windows service. Yeah, and other thing is you install MongoDB Compass. This is like a UI to access MongoDB databases and collections, to see the records. So you install MongoDB Compass now itself, so that I'll show you. This is how it looks like. So you can connect to it and um, yeah, access everything. So, and once it is installed, so the next step is to start the MongoDB. So after installation, you check, go to Task Manager. You check this MongoDB. If it is running, stop it, because here, if you have it running here, that means MongoDB is already started with the with access control. That means you need to have a user ID and password to connect to it. But this is the very first time you installed it. You don't have username and password, so you cannot access it. So what we do is to avoid that, like we stop it and we start it as a we start MongoDB as a without access control. So I'll show you like how do we start it, how do we start the server. So um, as I stop there now, go to command prompt, go to the bin folder of MongoDB where you installed. I installed here MongoDB program files MongoDB server 4.4 bin. So here, take this command. Before that, you can create a working folder where all of your work goes and saved data db on the C drive. This is where I created. Take this. Yeah. So this is the way to start MongoDB without access control, so that you can create a user very first time, a root user or an admin user, to use it to connect to MongoDB. So now the server is started. Yeah. And second step, yeah, you can initiate a Mongo shell where you can create a user. You can run some commands as well. Take another command prompt, go to the same bin folder. If you add this bin path as a path, in your environment variables, then you don't need to come to bin always. Yeah, so now the Mongo shell is started. So what I will do, I will create a test user. So before that, yeah, admin is a default DB. So you use admin, switch to DB admin. Then to create a user, yeah, this is the command, and test admin, which I have already created. Let me create a um, demo admin. Yeah, these are the roles that you need to use for admin user. If you have already MongoDB installed by your DB team, if in your organization, then you can directly get the connection string. I'll show you how the connection string looks like. But right now I'm creating a user, demo admin. Enter. Yeah, successfully added user. So now demo admin with password ABC123 is created. So now you can access demo admin. So to access, you can access it in two ways. You can directly do db.auth here. That means authenticate demo admin, and password is ABC123, right? One. That means successful. So now it is connected and logged in with the user demo admin ABC123. So here you can run commands as a demo admin now. This is one way of doing it in with the Mango shell, and other way is use this connection string. So auth source admin, and this the user name demo admin, and ABC123 is the password. This is the connection string which you use to connect MongoDB from UI, as well as you will use the same thing to connect from Pega also. So sorry, new connection, just paste it here, connect. So if you have already MongoDB installed, this is the string connection string URL that you get it from your DB team to use it from Pega, right? So here I have already created a database, Pega data, and in that create collection. Now it is very simple to create database and create collections. No, collection is nothing but schema in Oracle. Database is database. So first you create database and then create a collection. I created a collection work attach. Here I'm doing a POC to read and write attachments, work case attachments to collection. So yeah, I have already inserted some attachments, but I'll show you the code how I did. So now go to personal edition. Um, yeah, go to personal edition and import the driver. So the driver file, uh, yeah, let me, Mongo, sorry, let me open a file explorer. Yeah, so Mongo Java driver 3.1.2.7, 3.12.7. So you can even go ahead with the advanced version of it if you have 3.2 or 3.3, something like that. So this is the Mongo Java driver which you can download. And once you download it, you install it in your personal edition. Here I'm using Pega 8.4 personal edition. Once you import and install, you restart the system, and then you start with writing few rule utility functions and couple of activities. So I'll show you first to start with. um, so basically you have, sorry, so for reading some data from MongoDB, connect MongoDB. Okay, this is the activity. For reading MongoDB connector is the function that I've written. So parameters. So it needs Mongo URI, the connection string, whatever I just showed here. This one, and next one is collection name. In my case, it is work attach, and database is Pega data, and what to query key and value. I mean, what to query, what record to query, and a value of it. What exactly what records you want. So this is for reading, and for writing. So sorry. Okay, let me show you the code. These are the parameters for read function. So I'll show you the Java code. So this is pretty much. I'm not going to go through the steps in detail, but overall, so what it is doing, it is creating a database object, MongoDB database object and a collection object, and using that it is connecting to MongoDB, and once it is connected, it is also connecting to collection, and after that, yeah, here it is connecting to MongoDB and then connecting to collection, and then it is reading. So using this, and after read, it basically it is parsing all the results to result list page list. This is the pega page list, which you know we need to make sure it is existing on the activity wherever we are calling um, this relative function, so which is of type this one. And it basically every on each page in the result list, the py node property contains the JSON, whatever it each record, whatever it reads from uh, MongoDB, and then the connection is closed. So this is for reading. So you can pretty much copy these lines. Copy these lines and use it. These are generic basic lines. So, and for writing, MongoDB insert attach. So parameters includes here same the connection string and collection name, database name. Here I'm passing clipboard page. So whatever is existing on page, it will be written to the MongoDB database as a record. Um, so this is the code. So same thing here. You are initiating a Mongo client object, MongoDB object, and collection object. You create you cre- act, I mean connect to it, and then connect to database, connect to collection, and once it is connected, you create a document object to basically in MongoDB, uh, everything is a document, so it needs everything to be inserted in the form of document format. Every document is in JSON format. So I'm converting this whole clipboard page into JSON format, and add that JSON string to JSON string to document object. And next, this is to insert the document uh, into MongoDB collection. So don't confuse with our attachment document with this document. Basically, this document format is nothing but this is the document. Basically, every row is nothing but a document in MongoDB. Okay, so yeah, this is for um, writing into the MongoDB collection. So this is the code. Yeah. And after that, so now let me show you like how it is working. Okay, I'll show you quickly MongoDB. So I mean basically, as you have rule utility functions, yeah, you set the parameters and you call functions that I think you might be knowing, right? So for demo purpose, I mean for POC, what I did, whatever I'll show you, whatever we attach it to a case, a document, whatever the attachment added to a case, um, that will be inserted into MongoDB collection. And also once click on the link, it will be again retrieved from MongoDB, the same collection, the same record will be retrieved. Let me create a new case. So for that, I made some code changes. I mean, to show exactly, I mean, to get to insert the file. So I have changed out of the box activities. Py save file content. This is called from, I guess, view references, attach form. Sorry, okay, let me. I think it must be in my checked out rules. Attach file. Yeah, this is the base activity. I think for your POC, this might not be required to edit it. I mean, customize it. But I just quickly, did it in my private edit. So here, this is the activity when we attach a file to a case. This is the activity, the base activity that gets called attach file. And here, pretty much no changes on it except py save file content. There's a when condition here. I removed it for POC in order to get it called. So py save file content, open this. Yeah. Okay, I already have it open. Okay, this is the one. So here I'm just in the first step itself, I'm passing. Okay, let me update demo admin, and password is abc123, same thing. So here I'm um, passing all the parameters required for a function, uh, which is MongoDB. So the function which I showed is this one, where it accepts a page, clipboard page as a parameter. And I have also written the another function which basically accepts individual properties as parameters, which basically you can mimic the same function whatever I showed to accept all the parameters as um, I mean all the properties as parameters, and you can write a rule utility function to, I mean, you can write some lines of code to take these parameters and attach it to I mean add it to a page, set it to a page, and use that page to insert into the MongoDB collection, which is pretty much same as the same function which I showed you. So yeah, so passing the parameters, just for testing, I like I'm inserting two rows, like one is with individual parameters, other is with a clipboard page. This is for inserting the document. And for writing also similarly, I have just find out the I found the base activity that is being called, and where I have again added a step to demo admin. This is the user that we created. So here, this where, um, and also I'm just passing the query value, which is the object, whatever the case ID in ski. I'm passing it manually. So using that value, it will be the record will be retrieved. So which I'll update it based on the case that I'm going to create. So go here, create a new case. Case ID is 4002. So add it. Yeah, file from device. Okay, let's take any file basically. Yeah, just for testing purpose, this BJ's voucher. I don't know what it is. Uh, I'm attaching it. It's a PDF file. And okay, let me show you maybe py save file content, right? Let me trace this, attach. right? It is attached, and you see, yeah. So py save file content step 3 true, and after that it exited. So in this activity, what I did after step 3 here, I am exiting because I don't want to execute all these steps after that. What all I want is to insert the BJS voucher document into MongoDB. So now let's go to this. Is I already logged in with demo admin. So refresh this. Yeah. So you see BJS dot voucher. There are two rows got inserted. One is with the function with individual parameters, individual properties as parameters, attachment name type, attachment name, attachment stream. And this is a stream of the document basically. This is inserted in binary stream format, and this is the page. No, the function which is having a page as a parameter. This is the record which got inserted with that function, BJS voucher. So now so that's it. I mean, with this pretty much it is done. So what another thing that I will do is I'll read it. So 4002 is the uh, value, right? So go here. Where is that? Get attachment? Yeah, here 4002, which you can make it dynamic based on the um, I think this is PZ right? PZ, no, PYIDR, or you can use any property. I mean, you just to distinguish the record. So here I'm using this. Let's run it and okay. Yeah. Now let's go to the object and click on it. Yeah. So save file or open with Firefox, whatever save, it will be downloaded, right? Yeah, it will be downloaded using from the same DB collection record. So if you go to downloads folder, you can see that downloaded. So this is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions, please write it. I'll definitely be answering your questions. Thank you.